So IVF is one of the subjects that the Southern Baptist Convention took up this week. And with a Charlotte pastor now as president of the SBC, more of this discussion now could be happening on the local level right here in the Queen City. Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger live tonight outside of Presley's Church in Northeast Charlotte, Hickory Grove Baptist. And Derek, they've also took up banning women pastors this week, too. Fill us in.
Yes, and that vote did fail, but by a narrow margin. But the positions that were taken, and even that vote, according to some of the churches that we spoke with today, could mean some changes to who you see in the pews.
The word coming from the Southern Baptist Convention this week is likely something you saw in passing, but it may affect many people in the Charlotte area and across the country who sit in pews every Sunday. The big news out of the convention were two things: a vote to ban women pastors that narrowly failed, and a formal opposition to in vitro fertilization, which passed. Hickory Grove Baptist pastor Clint Presley is now president of the Southern Baptist Convention.
We're still just as complementarian as we were before that vote ever came into play. Now, I was for the law amendment. I thought it provided really great clarity. I have brothers that are just as theologically robust as I would like to be myself that were against it.
The law amendment would have been a formal ban on women pastors.
They have continued to find themselves almost aligned identically with what it means to be a Southern, more so than what it means to be Baptist, in my opinion.
The Reverend Dr. Benjamin Boswell was with Myers Park Baptist Church. They have women pastors, and they split in the late 90s from the Southern Baptist Convention. They've maintained the name, saying they're Baptists in the work that they do, but not by the denomination.
They don't want women as leaders. They don't want women's bodies to be free.
Boswell is also referring to the formal opposition the Southern Baptist Convention made to IVF. On Wednesday, members of the SBC spoke about that opposition to it based on their belief that an embryo is considered human life.
It's a widespread cultural issue where many people simply do not understand not only the nature of the technology, how it works, but also many of those ethical realities.
For Boswell, it's less about the ethical realities and more about what's actually happening.
It would be interesting to have the percentage of Southern Baptist pastors who have used IVF for their children. I can guarantee you that it's a larger number than they would ever be willing to grant you.
And in the interest of fairness, we did reach out to a number of Southern Baptist churches to get their perspective on all that has happened this week, the resolutions, the votes, and everything that had been taking place. None have so far gotten back with us. We're live in Northeast Charlotte. Derek Dellinger, Queen City News.